This is a Singer, model 503A, commonly called one of the Rocketeer machine. All the 500 series are referred to that way. And right here is the stitch length control and the reverse. It's got a recessed area there so you can turn that down and very finely control it as it walks down that ramp. Up here is the needle positioning, left, center, and right, and stitch length. And put it there to insert a cam. This is the plate, throat plate adjustment, down for sewing. Gonna move it halfway up. It moves up so the dogs won't contact the thread, and push it all the way over there, and that's to remove this and replace it with a different one, or clean in there. This is the upper thread tension. This little gadget here, see that come in now? That lever pulls the thread out ahead of time so the thread doesn't get jerked. Or this is the presser foot and where the needle goes. You put 2 needles in there for double stitching. It's a rotary hook in here. That's the presser foot tension adjustment. And there's a chart back in there to show you how to thread. Up here, now this is for single sewing. You just have 1 thread. That's just a plastic one that I've got in there. Or when you open this up, these 2 pop up. So for double thread, you have a control chart there. It tells you how to set things up. So you put your cams in. This machine, without this cam or any cam, will only sew straight. This is the 0 cam, which is for zigzagging, just general purpose zigzagging. Bobbin winder here. Here there's supposed to be a spool pin on with a discount that goes down in there, and then that's where you store the one for the top. Don't have that. And the back. All very nice and clean. Where you plug in the plug for the foot pedal and the power. Switch light up here. Switch, which works. Just going to demonstrate some of the stuff I sew. This is Coates extra strong upholstery thread, nylon. I don't know what the number is. Here we have it properly threaded. And bobbin's already in there. I'll show you how to wind bobbin, because that'll go empty pretty soon. And I'm using a number 14 regular point needle. Okay, you're going to wind the bobbin. Open the lid, put that on there, pop that in, the thread on one of these spools. Bring it around here. You know, cross it over, bring it around here. Yeah, let's see. Put it up through the hole there. Loosen the wheel here. And give it some gas. Cut this off. Run at a moderate speed. When it's full, it'll pop that thing back. In my opinion, it's a little too full when it does that. That's it. Cut it off, take it out. This is just a small strip of what I call naugahyde, you know. It almost looks like a fiberglass backing, but some kind of cloth with vinyl. I use this a lot. This is the type of stuff I sew. So we'll put it in there. Backwards. Forward. Looks like a pretty decent stitch. Back side. Pretty decent. That's that. Now this is the same stuff. It's double over for 4. So it's about 3 millimeters thick. We'll put it in here, start it here. Pull it out. Pretty good, I think. Front and back. Now this is some placemats I bought to sew with. It looks like it's some kind of denim, and you can see there it's too thick, so this is about 2.5 millimeters thick. Smaller stitch. I've sewed before on there, so I leave the threads on so you know which one it is. It's the other side. I can't really tell whether I'm showing it to you good. But, you know, tight stitch, bigger stitch. Jeans. These are Canyon River Blues, they're black. I'm going to sew down this seam that they have in there, hopefully. Leave the tail so you can see. Best I can tell, it's pretty nice. Flip it over. There we go. Okay. Now this is a leather belt just for demo purposes. It's 4mm thick. It's got a pretty hard outside. It's got a filler and then the leather back size, and it says imported Italian leather. So let's see what we can do with this. I've used it for demos on others. Put that down. Put the needle into it. Take it out. Ones with the tails are the ones we just sewed. Neat file down here. Went down there where my thumb is. Came back here. Same on the other side. So you can do that occasionally, but it's not recommended by the instruction manual. Okay, got one more belt here. It's about 4.5mm thick. Leather on both sides. It's got some kind of filler in there. This isn't something that the owner's manual says to sew, but it can be done occasionally. So we'll put it down there. Owner's manual always says start it, so we'll start it. It's been used before, but okay. Made a pretty nice stitch, I think. It's a straight one that goes through here. It's the other side. Straight one. So you can do that, but if that's what you want to do all the time, you don't want this machine. A lot of people say it's an industrial strength, but it's not. It's made for home use. Now for zigzag stitching, you want to move this stitch width control off of straight. The further you move it over this way, the wider your stitch is going to be. See, I'm moving it back and forth. See, the needle moves back and forth, so that's how that works. The way you change the throat plate, I was using this single straight stitch throw plate, which does not come with this machine. I just use it for straight sewing. You can tell by the AK3 written on there, that's for a machine with a bunch of built-in stitches. But you can always use the universal one here or the zigzag one with straight stitching. Anyways, you move the thread all the way so it's all the way up, and you adjust where the needle is so that'll slide in over the dogs, and it's in the sew position. When you want to darn, you put it there. You see the plate lifted up, but it's still solid so the feed dogs don't catch the material. So that's, because I'm going to zigzag now, that's why I'm putting it in. Also, for zigzagging, you have to put a cam in here. To do that, you put this over on straight, and then these will just pop in and out. This happens to be the zigzag cam. All these stitches can be done with the appropriate cams, so they're all basically in the zigzag mode. So you put that in there, and then you can move this lever that I showed you off of straight. Zigzag. Got it on the wide one. Turn it around, go back the other way. Make it shorter. That's where the cams come into play when you do something like that. Okay. That's it. Okay, I changed out the zigzag cam for the number 1 cam, which is an arrowhead. I ran out of bobbin. Now by varying the stitch length, you can close that up, make it tighter and tighter and tighter. And by varying its stitch width, you can make this wider. So that's where my bobbin thread got caught in there. See, that wouldn't normally be there. So that's what you can do with that. That's how the cams work. Okay, now we're going to set it up for a double needle stitch. I'm just going to do a straight stitch. So you open the top, put your thread on there, you thread them both the same way, come down through there, through this. On this, there's 2 sets of discs. Put 1 thread in each in its own slot there. Bring it around, up through there. Otherwise it threads just like the other one. Come down to here, I've got 2 needles in there, 2 number 14s. That's what the manual says you can do, or you can use one of those 2-in-1 needles. But I got 2 number 14s in here. Hope they're straight. Still only 1 bobbin. You know, otherwise it's the same thing. So it's ready to go. Okay, see how this goes. Bring needle down. Got a brown one and a white one. Or a beige one and a white one. And on the back you get a little bit different pattern. Remember, you have 1 bobbin thread that has to cover the width of the 2 needles, the distance between them, and so that's what you get. So that's that.